What's your relationship status? Are you married? In a relationship? Single? Why does society place so much importance on your relationship status? And if you're single, why does the world want to help you find the love of your life? It's like there's this sense of failure or that there's something wrong with you if you're single, even if that's exactly how you want to live your life. In this video, we will explore this phenomenon and discuss the concept of being happily single versus settling for less than an amazing relationship. So don't go anywhere. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Antonio Borrello. Welcome to my channel. I'm a psychologist and relationship expert, and I make weekly dating and relationship advice videos based on the latest psychological science and my years of experience as a relationship therapist. If you're new to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe and get my weekly videos that will help you make your love life the best part of your life. Just click on that subscribe button and then click on that little bell icon and you'll be good to go. Okay, so on to our topic. I feel like society would like you to believe that single people are miserable all of the time. But that's simply not true. In fact, research says that those who aren't in a relationship can be just as happy, if not more fulfilled. And they're anything but lonely. Around 50% of the adult population in America are single, and they're often closer to their friends and family and personal goals than their coupled counterparts. But wait, let's just get this out of the way. Being in a great relationship does have its benefits. Research suggests that happily married people, and I need to stress the happily part, are healthier than single people and less likely to have chronic diseases. Married people also have lower stress levels and are less likely to be depressed. They have better outcomes after major surgery and they're more likely to survive cancer. And married people tend to live longer. I also know that life's best experiences happen when you're sharing those experiences with someone you love. So yeah, we all need love and acceptance. We all need to feel appreciated and needed. And we all need to connect with others on an emotionally intimate level. Being in a romantic relationship can certainly provide those needs. That is, of course, if that relationship is a great one. But what if it isn't so great? What if your significant other isn't really a supportive and loving friend? What if they aren't the person that you can't wait to share your day with? What if the person you're attached to is also the source of so much of your frustration and anguish? Or the person for whom you've decided not to pursue an educational or career goal? Does that mean you're settling? Maybe. But is being in a less than wonderful relationship still better than being wonderfully single? I'm not so sure. See, well-meaning friends and family often ask single people who they're dating. Or if they're already dating someone, when are they getting married? And if they're already married, when are they going to have children? There's this constant pressure by society to follow a certain path towards marriage and kids. And society looks at being single as a temporary state that merely fills the inconvenient gap between relationships. It's like becoming coupled up is supposed to save us from unhappiness. The problem is that it doesn't always work, and I'll be the first to argue that. It's probably also a major factor in unhappy relationships because people feel like they should be in a relationship. They feel like they should be married, that they should be part of a couple. It's the need for people to conform to society's expectations, and if they're not, they wonder if they'll ever be in a relationship. They worry that they might be single forever. So instead of holding out for true love or an amazing relationship, they settle for what they have. Still, our society, our culture upholds the search for romantic love and finding the one as the holy grail of human experience. Even in shows like Sex and the City and Beyonce's All the Single Ladies, the message is clear. Be yourself and make sure that someone puts a ring on it. We live in a culture that values relationships and marriage. I get it. Think about it from an evolutionary perspective. Humans are programmed for procreation. If they weren't, then the human race wouldn't be here. And in order to keep reproducing, it makes sense to always have a partner around. And from a social point of view, marriage makes sense too. It's a legal requirement that keeps families together. That's why most of us are socialized to want to get married and have children. Not everyone does, of course, but that still seems to be the expectation anyway. But what if someone doesn't have the desire to get married and wants to stay single? Or perhaps they're divorced and now that they're single again, they desire to remain that way. What about them? While still single, people are encouraged to improve their lives, Take advantage of it. Enjoy your freedom until you eventually escape your fate. In pop culture, singles are viewed as shallow and sometimes emotionally stunned kid adults, whereas happy couples are comprised of fully evolved adults living meaningful, responsible lives. The word still says it all. Do this while you're still single. How to be happy while you're still single. How to be happily single. It's as if it's assumed that your life will always be better when you're coupled, and that's simply not the case. Oh, and wait, I'm not anti-marriage or anti-relationship. To me, nothing is more important than the relationships I have with the people I love. And an amazing relationship, an amazing partnership, marriage can be blissful. Having a best friend to count on and a partner that inspires you is certainly something that I want. But indeed, amazing, lifelong relationships aren't super common. In fact, it's rare. And I'm certainly not going to compromise or settle for anything less than amazing. And neither should you. The bottom line is this: if you're unhappy as a single person and the thought of remaining single is unbearable, getting into a relationship isn't going to change that. When you're afraid of being single, you're running away from single life. When you're desperate for a relationship, you're more likely to be blind to the obvious red flags and put yourself in all kinds of compromising situations. And when you settle for a relationship that is less than satisfying, you will make your life more unhappy. In fact, the wrong relationship will make your life worse. That's because people who are afraid of being single stay in bad relationships. On the other hand, people who approach finding a relationship from a position of strength seek romantic relationships as a means to add something valuable to their lives. They're not afraid of being single. They just feel that they might get something positive or something added to their life. And these are the people who are the happiest. So be okay with where you're at right now. Many single people spend a lot of their time looking for a partner. And there's nothing wrong with getting back out there and dating. But being able to enjoy where you're at right now in your life can go a long way towards your happiness. Take advantage of this time. You never know how long it'll last. Appreciate and nurture your relationship with yourself. Get to know yourself on a deep level. See, many people have a tendency to lose themselves in relationships. They start doing everything their partner does, or they change themselves in order for their partner to like them. Now is your chance to truly get to know yourself, the real you. And when you feel better about yourself, you attract more people. And of course, feel free to have them set you up too. Lose yourself in your passions and find your flow. Let your creative self explore, expand, and flourish. One of the simple ways to stay present and boost your happiness is to cultivate a practice of mindful gratitude. On a daily basis, write down the people and things that you're thankful for that day. And don't just stop there. Immerse yourself in all the fantastic details of the people and things you're thankful for. What is it specifically that makes you appreciate that person? Go deep with this and have fun with it. It's so important. And reconnect with your favorite people. Many couples unintentionally spend less time with their friends and family. So take advantage of being single by enjoying time with your closest friends and family. Get out and meet like-minded folks via meetups or local community gatherings. And please don't settle for less than you deserve. I mean, I joke about settling being something that the Pilgrims did in the 1620s, but honestly, you need to know if you're settling and when you're settling. When you fall in love with someone, accepting their shortcomings doesn't feel like settling. In fact, one of the hallmarks of a happy relationship is the tendency to idealize your partner and see their vices as virtues. Rather than picking apart a person's negative and positive qualities, we should look at the big picture of who they are as a person and how we feel when we're with them. So pay attention to your inner voice, your gut instincts. You can tell if something is wrong. Trust your gut. If in your private conversations in your head, they don't match up really with how you're feeling, you're self-sabotaging. But if the relationship feels right as a whole and the important bases are covered, like you share important values, then there is nothing that needs to be settled for. Perhaps the worst thing about settling is a missed opportunity. The perfect person for you might pass you by and marry someone else since you're married to the one you settled for. Next time you consider settling in a relationship that will never meet your expectations for love and friendship, remember this: someone you haven't even met yet is daydreaming about what it would be like to date a person exactly like you. That's it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up And please subscribe to be sure that you're getting the latest videos that will help you make your love life the best part of your life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.